If you're unsure about promoting your blog on Pinterest, this video will convince you. I've taken an extended break from promoting on Pinterest and recently wanted to check up on how my account was doing. Here are the results from that. I have not been very active on Pinterest. The last pin that I did here was September 5th and it's currently October 16th. And I've even done really less than that because if we go just right here, you can see this is August 22nd. So in a month, I've only pinned maybe 5 to 6 pins, and that is definitely not a lot considering I used to post 2 to 5 pins every single day. So let's see how that has affected my stats. If we go to the last 90 days, you can see that it really hasn't affected my account at all. In the last 90 days, I've gotten 1 million impressions on my pins, 82,000 engagements, 751,000 total audience, and 66,000 engaged audience. Those are what my stats look like, even though going back to my profile, you can see that most of my pins have gotten 0 clicks and very, very little interaction from them at all. Now let's, for fun, just take a look at the year as a whole. You can see almost 2 million impressions have been on my account in the last year. And this is roughly when I stopped pinning, and my account, impressions-wise, is doing even better than it was at the beginning of the year. So not pinning has affected my account pretty much 0. And we can even break this up into my 2 links on Pinterest. So we have my first one, which is Business Women Thrive, which is what my blog used to be called. And you can see it did really well at the beginning of the year and then eventually has dropped off. But it's been over a year now since I have used Business Women Thrive. And I also think one of the issues is those links and those pins might not be working anymore because Business Women Thrive is no longer something that I am paying for. And I think that's why the impressions have dropped, because those links are actually broken. But if we go to Sarah Marie blog, which is obviously my current blog, you can see it wasn't doing very well at the beginning, but it has picked up and taken off at the end of the year here, whereas Business Women Thrive has dropped off. So this is really, really good news that my newer account is finally starting to take off, because you can see down here, it was only getting about 1,000 impressions a day, which still is really good. But up here, it's gotten 21,000 impressions in one day as opposed to down here. But let's talk about why this data is so important. If this was any other platform that I had stopped posting on, my impressions and link clicks would not be staying steady, and they certainly wouldn't be going up. If I stop posting to Twitter or I stop posting to Instagram, my link clicks and views and impressions are going to go way down, as opposed to Pinterest, where they are actually going up. So why is it this way with Pinterest? And one of the reasons is because Pinterest is a search engine. It's not a social media site like Instagram and Facebook. And I have put a lot of prior work into the platform to get my pins ranking in search and making sure they have SEO keyword research titles and descriptions so that my pins still get distributed across the platform, even though it's been a few years since I've pinned them. This is what's helping keep my account going even when I'm not pinning. And the results show that this is working. It's also important because that means that you can take breaks on Pinterest and it really doesn't hurt your account. I honestly cannot tell you the last time that I have consistently posted onto the Pinterest platform. It's probably been at least a year, and my account has not showed any signs of slowing down despite that. And sure, my overall views have dropped a lot since I have stopped posting consistently. At the height of my account, I was reaching 1 million impressions on my pins a month, and now I'm down to about 300,000. But regardless, the most important metric, my link clicks, have not really suffered that much, especially considering how long it's been since I've posted. And if you put the work in on Pinterest and you post consistently, you can easily surpass my results. My Pinterest results are not as good as someone who is in a bigger niche on Pinterest, like interior design, cooking, fashion, or different things like that. My niche is blogging, which is not very big on Pinterest, and especially because I haven't been consistent. So if someone like you were to have a bigger niche on Pinterest that is more popular and you are pinning more consistently, you could easily get better results on your Pinterest account than me. So what does this mean for you? If you are not on Pinterest, you need to get started as soon as possible so that you can start getting some of these results as well. Learn the best practices, pin as much as you can, and start building up your library of ranking pins. I want to show you a little bit more about where my traffic is coming from so we can understand what pins are driving all of this traffic. Stay on Sarah Marie blog and we can come down here to top pins and everything like that. So this is all the impressions. One of my pins has gotten 453,000 impressions in the last 90 days. And you can see that this has been pinned multiple times. And so this same exact pin, 354 impressions, and then the exact same one, 96,000 impressions. If we go to the outbound clicks, which means someone has clicked on your pin to go to your blog post, you can see, of course, the ones that have the most impressions are the ones that are getting the most link clicks. clicks. In the last 90 days, this pin has gotten me 1,003 link clicks, 835 link clicks for this one, and 239 link clicks for this one. And you can see the rest of my pins are not doing that well. Of course, these are all older pins that are not doing very good, but pretty much this one pin that I've pinned a few times is what is driving all of the traffic to my site right now, which I think is just absolutely wild. But this just goes to show you that these results are not hard to get. One single pin can take off for you and do amazing on the platform. I used to have a few other pins that would do really well, and those have now died off since they're a part of Business Women Thrive and different things like that. So the goal is you keep pinning pins, and a lot of them will die off and won't do very well. But some of them hopefully will take off, at least one or two, and that's going to be what's driving most of your traffic. But by the time those die off, if you consistently keep pinning, you will have other pins to eventually replace them, and that's how my account has always gone. But that just goes to show you that this result is not hard to get, and if you are posting consistently, you can replicate this result over and over and over again. And if you are interested in how I got my account to be so successful and get some viral pins to take off, you'll want to check out this video right here. And if you enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel down below because it really helps me out. And I'll see you next time. Bye!